I suppose I should start off by showing you the back of my phone. I have my phone number on the back of my phone because I have difficulties remembering numbers. So, having this black piece of tape on the back prevents you guys from seeing it if I don't hold it upright and harassing me with the repeated phone calls like I had to deal with on my last phone. See, this is the reason that I was so pissed off at Leslie for intentionally trying to give out my number again. She was already aware of the situation with people repeatedly harassing me from restricted numbers. She was there for that. She was there when I tried to turn it in. Now, Leslie Snell wasn't a complete and horrible person to me back then. She was even nice enough to give me coffee. Yay, coffee! But you're not going to appease me with coffee. I'm there to turn in a goddamn crime. Now, I was forced to try to turn in my crimes to the Dual County Sheriff's Department because Nebraska State Patrol said they couldn't do it. Now, in my paperwork here, says some pretty odd stuff. It shows that what they claimed and what they were actually able to do were not the same things. They just didn't want to do it for me because I'm a white male. Nobody gives a shit about white males. But I do want y'all to know what my predators look like. That's Leslie Snell. That's what she looks like. Here's another picture of her. She's a pretty white girl. She also works for the very sheriff that I was trying to turn in. Here's another picture of her. That's my predator. Not her husband, not her kids. I didn't threaten to turn her husband into the Nebraska State Patrol. I did turn her into the Nebraska State Patrol, or rather, I attempted it. Her lying and all the stuff that she did on that paperwork and what her boss did to lie on that paperwork and the paperwork against Robert Warnick. Yeah, Scott DeCosta's the predator, not Leslie's kids. Leslie is the predator, not Leslie's kids. Now, I understand that there are people that I try to be friends with who are actual friends with Leslie Snell. People like Holly Howell. I went to school with her as well, by the way. Now, back in high school, Holly was actually somebody I tried to avoid like the plague. Why? Well, because she was a pretty white girl. And I'm not sure if you guys can understand how afraid I am of pretty white girls. You don't have to do anything wrong to go to jail. All you need is an accusation from a pretty white girl. Lovely, right? But did Holly do anything horrible to me? No, she didn't. She hasn't been rude or inconsiderate through any of this towards me. When I was homeless and passing out blankets in Boulder, Colorado, Holly Howell, well, she offered me blankets to take to those homeless people in Boulder, Colorado, so that they wouldn't freeze to death. That is being proactive. Holly was trying to be proactive about a situation and a problem that actually does exist. Whereas her friend Leslie Snell outright lied because she broke the law and didn't want to get in trouble. Big difference. Now, is it okay for me to take out what Leslie did on Holly? No, it's not. Is it all right for me to take out what Leslie did on her kids? No, it's not. And have I taken this out on Holly? No. Have I taken this out on Leslie's kids? No. Is this video here about shaming this woman? No. It's about stopping judicial abuse, especially against the disabled. Leslie Snell was very popular in high school. She was a fucking cheerleader. She was a pretty white girl. Her and her twin sister Lynn, both very attractive women. All sorts of guys from Chapel High School. The whole time I was there, oh my God, have you seen the Paul twins? Have you seen the Paul twins? Oh my God, they're so hot. Who was more popular than the Paul twins when I was in high school? There was only 3 girls in the whole school who were more popular than the Paul twins. That was Kimberly Jepson and Alyssa Derry and Amber Derry later on. Amber Derry is Alyssa Derry's little sister. Alyssa Derry was probably, well, I would say my biggest crush in high school, but really it was just an infatuation because she was pretty. My biggest crush in high school was either Amanda Daniels or I'd have to say Candace Bonder on at the very end there because, well, I'm into fat women. My dad once told me, he said, Sean, you need to get yourself a pretty wife so you got someone to show off, and then you need to get yourself a fat girlfriend so you can still have fun. Well, I like having fun. I'm not interested in showing somebody off. So you can keep your hot wife. I'll take the fat girlfriend. Of course, between a fat girlfriend and a dog, I'd much rather have a dog. There's less bullshit there. Now, then there's other people in here. Many of these people, well, actually, literally all of them are in my stories. Some people wanted to pretend that I was making things up because William Barr wasn't somebody I actually knew. He wasn't somebody who actually existed. He was a figment of my imagination, and so on and so forth, and blah, 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 blah. But let's take a look at my paperwork here. Let's see. We're looking specifically for the ones with his name in it. We'll find it. Oh, I do want to point this out. Sheriff Scott DaCosta. Oh, sorry, let's try to get it to zoom in. Come on, zoom in. There it goes. Sheriff Scott DaCosta, DCSO. Trooper Lassen, NSP. Trooper Burr, NSP. Trooper Asherle, NSP. Bibiana 777B typed hi Sean. Hi Bibiana. I'm going through evidence and showing stuff. No, I'm not fine. I got to try to find a safe place to live on a budget of basically nothing. How many of y'all can live on $800 a month? That includes your rent, your utilities, everything like that. How many of you are actually able to do that? It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Well, that's what I got to try to live on. All right, there's a lot more paperwork here, so let's make sure that we get the right stuff, though. We don't want to give you the wrong information. If I'm trying to show you William Barr's name and I'm showing you paperwork from Robert Warnick, you're not going to see William Barr's name on there, are you? Let's see. This is from Robert Warnick. William Barr, here it is. And of course, this has the name of someone I've been telling you all about for years, since long before any of this shit with Leslie Snell happened. And his name is Jonathan T. Steller. Let's make sure that we can get it to, all right, it says Jonathan T. Steller, County Attorney of Dual County aforesaid. Ah, but the part that we're really interested in is this part right here. William Barr. William Barr. Now, I want you to notice something. There's a difference between that name, William Barr, and William Burr. William Burr is the one in the other piece of paper that we were showing. B-U-R-R versus B-A-R-R. So they're obviously not the same person. It's not a typo. Literally, these are Scott DaCosta, William Barr, Leslie Snell, and Robert Warnick are all the people that I was trying to turn in before these papers. They specifically lied on all of this paperwork, specifically with the intent and purpose of preventing me from turning them in. How wrong is that? I'm illegally prevented from getting anything done about my papers, no matter how many of these I fill out. The cops haven't done anything. Now, in this, it also shows that I have to deal with people's paranoia. Imagine that. Let's see. I suppose I should probably go through and organize these, as I've taken them out and looked at them and separated them into different piles several times. I got to go back through and organize them back into the order that they go in. But we can go through at least some of the lies that are told here. Let's see. It says, comes now Scott DaCosta. Now, mind you, Scott DaCosta should not have been allowed anywhere near any of my cases or me since 2018, when he committed felonies to try to cover for his officers. Nebraska State Patrol claimed that they couldn't investigate this. Meanwhile, in this paperwork, Scott DaCosta claims, let's see, it says, oh, here's one of the pages of it. Case where Schwartz threatened Leslie Snell and Polly Olson. When did I threaten Polly Olson? Imagine that. By the way, she was there on the 16th when I was assaulted by Scott DaCosta. She showed up afterwards with an ambulance and then fucking lied to my face. What a piece of shit. I liked Polly Olson before that. I mean, sure, she was a coward before that, but, well, it says case where Schwartz threatened Leslie Snell and Polly Olson. Doesn't say allegedly. Scott DaCosta tries to pretend it's an outright fact. It's not. Guess what? It says, in that case, Schwartz made some statements on Schwartz's YouTube page where he discussed people that deserved to die and named Leslie, Polly, and their family members. That was also on January 27th of 2021. Now, according to the Bible, we all deserve to die. All of us. And I got religious people pumping me with all this crap all the time about their Jesus. And they change the rules and bounce around the Bible to whatever part they can twist and manipulate to somehow make it okay for them, but wrong for everyone else. Now, we all deserve to die. I literally said we all deserve to die. Does that mean that I'm going to try to kill everyone on the planet? Is that what these people are trying to insinuate? It says, Your affiant believes probable cause exists that Sean Schwartz has committed the crime of stalking based on Barr's statement. Hey, that's not yours. That is my corn dog, motherfucker. You ate mine yesterday morning. You ain't getting this one. Little bastard. Mm. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Important part here coming up. It says your affiant believes probable cause exists that Sean Schwartz has committed the crime of stalking based on Barr's statement, the text messages from Schwartz, and the victim's reaction to Schwartz's statement. What about my reaction to the actual abuse that I've taken? There's also the fact that right here it says based on Barr's statement, the text messages from Schwartz. What text messages? I want to know this. What text messages? What did they say? And did you show all of them? See, here's the thing. I gave William Barr an opportunity to come forward and tell the truth. I also threatened to take him to court. That's not against the law. So let's see. I do believe that my text messages between he and I are let's see. I believe they might be on the broken phone, but I'm not for certain. Oh yeah, this is my brand new phone. The phone that's got that is downstairs. So I'm gonna go downstairs and grab my 3 phones and bring them up here. That way, next time I make a video, I'll be able to show it. I'm gonna show you the exact conversation between William Barr and myself. And then you'll get to see what he wrote down on this paperwork. Now, part of the problem with having this all disorganized is this is page 2 or 3 or so. The situation with William Barr. Now up here they try to make a bunch of false claims. The more false claims that they can make, the easier it is for them to deny you your rights. The easier it is for them to convince a judge who obviously has no morality, or he wouldn't be a judge. But by doing stuff like this, they can convince a judge to commit felonies for them. Yes, this judge, in this case, his name is Randon Rowland, committed felonies. Multiple felonies. He did everything in his power to guarantee that I couldn't have an honest court date. He did everything in his power to guarantee that I couldn't actually go to court against Robert Warnick and Leslie Snell. He worked with the county prosecutor, Jonathan T. Steller, as well as Scott DaCosta and Leslie Snell, to deny me my rights as a human being in the Constitution of the United States. Really didn't play any effect whatsoever. It didn't play any part. Like it magically didn't exist. But then again, I'm showing y'all who my predators are. Now this right here, where they're claiming this stuff about Polly Olson and Leslie Snell and claiming that I threatened their family. How is stating a fact a threat? According to the Bible, we all deserve to die. That's not a threat. It's a statement of fact. Kind of like a lot of people want to tell me this bullshit about how, well, that's your opinion, that's your opinion. Let me tell you about the difference between opinions and facts. If I want to say that all men are pigs, that's an opinion. It's just an opinion. Do I think all men are pigs? No. I think humans are pigs. Humans are just horrible to other humans. Now, let's say if I was to punch somebody in the face, now, mind you, this is not me threatening to do so, this is just telling you a scenario. If I was to punch someone in the face, it doesn't matter who, it's some imaginary person for now. All right, you can assign any name you want, it don't matter. If I punch that person in the face and that person says, Sean Schwartz punched me in the face, that person is telling a fact, an actual fact. That person was punched in the face by Sean Schwartz. Now, if I didn't punch that person, then it becomes a matter of public opinion. Well, who's more popular, Sean or this other person? Will Sean be arrested and incarcerated for defending himself? William Barr, what did I threaten him with? Did I ever threaten any harm against him or his family? Not once ever. Not once ever. I threatened to take him to court, though. But they left that part out. They left everything out that showed that I was telling the truth. Why is it that Scott DaCosta would literally leave out every single piece of information and evidence? These are facts, by the way, not opinions. These are actual facts. Why would he be invested in hiding the facts? What purpose would he have? The same purpose as the rest of my predators. They don't want to get in trouble for the shit they did. Now I'm going to bring up these pictures of Leslie Snell one more time. Leslie Snell. Leslie Snell. Leslie Snell. You goddamn right I speak up. Somebody has to. I have to find a safe place to go. A place that I can afford to live there. And then I have to magically come up with enough money to hire a real goddamn lawyer before the statute of limitations is up. Meanwhile, by incarcerating me for 7 months, Scott DaCosta was able to destroy a lot of evidence because they're allowed to destroy their body cameras after a year. Or not the body cameras themselves, but the evidence that's on them.